Dragon. In fact, it says, my dad's a dragon catcher. Is that true for anyone here?
No.
That dad looks like he could be a dragon catcher. Huh? This is a story that I made up. It's my name, Tanya Batt. And Helen did the pictures. Would you like to hear how it goes?
Yes.
Toby was sitting with his friends underneath the big tree at school, having some pie. Ella was eating her egg sandwich. When she said, my dad's a pilot. I went for a ride in his aeroplane on the weekend. Joseph said, my dad's a builder. He built me this really cool cubby house. Martha said, my dad's an actor. He's been on television. But Toby wasn't saying anything. That's because Toby was too busy eating his banana. But Ella was a bit of a sticky beak and she turned to Toby and said, Toby, what does your dad do? Well, the truth of the matter was that Toby's dad spent a lot of time at home drawing in his notebook. And that didn't sound interesting. So Toby said, my dad's a dragon catcher. Everybody stopped eating and stared at Toby. True, said Joseph. Yeah, said Toby. You probably haven't seen him at work before. That's because he only works at night time, because during the daytime the dragons are asleep in their caves. Ella jumped up and said, that is not true. Everybody knows that there is no such thing as dragons, Toby. And she ran off to play. But Joseph turned to Toby and said, whoa, your dad's job must be really dangerous. Yeah, said Toby. He has to drive this really cool red van. It goes really, really fast and it's like a dragon and it's got inflammable tyres. And he's got to wear special clothes. He's got a dragon protection suit and he's got gloves and he's got boots and he's got a helmet and a big belt and guess what, Joseph? Whoa. Even his undies are fireproof. Joseph and Toby rolled around on the ground laughing. But Martha said, have you ever seen any of those dragons that your dad's caught before? Yeah, said Toby. I've seen a red one. And a Chinese dragon. And a two-fanged flyer. And a treasure guarder. Actually, my daddy's got a book. It's got all the different dragons in it. He says the worst one of all. Are you ready for the worst one of all? The worst one of all is the Australian two-headed stumpy-tailed snottolottosaurus. It burps green slime and blows fire from both ends. That is disgusting, said Marama. How does he catch them? Asked Joseph. Oh, you need special equipment, said Toby. Oh, this one's a trick one. Hang on. You need a net and a rope and a hose and a dragon hooter. And you need something to put in your dragon trap, like dragon biscuits or a princess. But my dad says sometimes the princesses are more trouble than the dragons, so he just prefers to use the biscuits. Just then, the bell rang for the end of lunch and everybody jumped up and ran back to class. Joseph sat down next to Toby at their table. Hey, Toby, what's your dad do with those dragons after he's caught them? But Toby didn't have a chance to answer that question because just then their teacher, Miss Deards, went... I knew you'd do it eventually. You were thinking, it's out of hours. Weren't you? It's after 6, we don't have to do that sort of stuff. All right, everybody, lunch is over. Sitting down quietly. Look, I've got an exciting announcement. Next week at school, we're having a Father's Day. All right? So you're all invited to bring your dad or your stepdad or your granddad or your uncle or even your big brother, someone from your family, to come and talk to the rest of the class. I've got a note here that you need to take home. It's very important that your families see it, all right? Cool, said Joseph. Do you think your dad could bring one of his dragons, Toby? Toby wasn't so sure. Why do you think he's not so sure? Yeah?
Because
Are you saying that Toby was telling a bit of a story?
Yes.
Yeah. Does anyone else think that Toby's a bit of a storyteller?
Yes.
Maybe he's just worried that the dragons might burn down the school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be it, couldn't it? Or eat the teacher. That'd be bad, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear, the dragon ate the teacher. We better find out what happens, huh? All afternoon. In class, Toby worried, and on the bus on the way home, he worried a bit more. Then he had trouble eating his tea because he had so much worry in his tummy. And in the bath, he had a bit more of a worry. And by the time he got to bed, oh, he was really worried. His dad came in to say goodnight. Hey, Toby, Toby, are you all right? You look a bit worried. Toby gave his dad the note from school. Oh, Father's Day at school. Well, that'll be fun. I can come along to that. Don't you think? And Toby pulled the blankets up over his head. I told all my friends at school you were a dragon catcher. What? Said his dad. Toby poked his head out from under the blankets. I told all my friends at school you were a dragon catcher. You did? What did you do that for? Said his dad. Well, it's just everyone was saying all the really cool stuff that their dads do, so I just made it up, said Toby. Oh, said his dad. Well, you know what? I don't think it's that bad because I've been thinking about getting a different job. Maybe I could be a dragon catcher. Wait 1 minute. And Toby's dad disappeared, and when he came back, he had his notebook and he sat down next to the bed. Now, I've got my book, I've got my pen. You're not mad at me, Dad? Oh, no, I'm not mad at you, but I don't know anything about catching dragons. You're going to have to tell me. Really? Okay. Well, first of all, Dad, you have to stay up really late because during the daytimes they're asleep in their cave, and you get to drive this really cool red van and you have to wear special clothes. Actually, Dad, even your undies have to be fireproof.
I forgot that.
Oh, yeah, there's all the other bits there as well, yeah.
I forgot that.
Dad, listen, it's a good thing that you remembered, wasn't it? And he wrote all Toby's ideas down in his notebook. And the next week when it was Dad's day at school, Ella's dad came in his uniform and he brought in a picture of the aeroplane. Joseph's dad brought in some of his tools. The whole class sat and watched Martimer's dad do a shampoo ad on telly. Then it was Toby's dad's turn. He came down the front and he sat on the chair and he said, "G'day, I'm Toby's dad and I'm a dragon catcher." Toby watched Ella's mouth go like this. Oh, I've been catching dragons and putting them in my notebook here. Would you like to see one? Yeah. And Toby's dad opened his notebook and inside was the coolest drawing of a dragon that Toby had ever seen. And next to the dragon was a drawing of him and his dad. Did you draw that? Asked Martimer. Here, said Toby's dad. That's what I like to do. I like to draw. And Toby, he's been giving me some words, some ideas, and we put the words and we put the drawings together and we made a story. Would you like to hear the story?
Yes.
And so Toby's dad started to tell the story. My dad's a dragon catcher. He works for the DCD. That's the dragon catching department. He only works at night because during the daytime, the dragons are asleep in their cave. He drives a really cool red van that's shaped like a dragon with inflammable tyres, and he has to wear special clothes. Even his undies are fireproof. He catches all kinds of dragons. Red dragons, Chinese dragons, two-fanged flyers and treasure guarders. In fact...
People go in a door.
Yeah.
China people.
That's right, that's the Chinese dragon there. He's part of their celebrations. My dad says the worst dragon of all is the Australian two-headed, stumpy-tailed, snotty-lotus-saurus. And as the children listened to Toby's dad's story, Joseph turned to Toby and said, Toby, your dad's really cool. Toby smiled. When he grew up, he was going to be a dragon catcher, just like his
Dad.